Go! 180!
Get the mic.
Here we go, here we go! Go!
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in.
Let's go, boys! Let's go!
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
54. Let's go. Red, go.
First down, a run with Cohen. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Trubisky will throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Mike's
Here we go. 180!
Mike's 5-4. Watch the run. Watch the run.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Watch the slack.
11. Hey, come on, man.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. 180!
54 Mike.
I know he ain't got it.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
So don't say nothing.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Here we go.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line.
Here we go. 180! 54. Mike, 54.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
65.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Yeah.
Mike 54.
On first down, Garoppolo.
Get him.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they can start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy. The way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three buzz.
On second down, it's Cohen. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
Well, how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
15 for the Niners there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Hey, come on out here. Come get one, Omaha. Come get some. Come out here. Come. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Hey, Hunt. Hey, Hunt.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
And get some penetration here.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 56.
Watch the run. They're running it.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky nowhere there to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points. And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. And that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Here we go. 180!
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
Get hot!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Coming after you.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense is I remember it is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I'm scared.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. So that'll back him up 5. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Now a handoff here to his running back. Room here to run. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here we go, here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Garoppolo now. Open man is Samuel, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 91 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone. You think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also show that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it,
safe.
Be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
Baby, let's go!
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Trubisky to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 54's Mike.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Mike 54. Don't get nervous. 11. Mike
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays,
Here we go.
about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. If you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mike 5-4. Watch the run.
Smith.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he was paying it off in a big, big way.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Niners' 39-yard line.
Get up. 180. Mike 54. I'm coming.
Again, it's Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Go! 180! Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the out. Watch the out.
On 1st down, here's Breida. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, 18.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They try again with Cohen. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. It appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You ain't going nowhere.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he fires one incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is Breida. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago! Matt Breida. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Oh, design run for their wideout. It's a 6-yard run, leaves them with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Get ready, get ready.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Check. Watch 54. Watch it.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch it.
They run with Breida. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Light 54. Time to go. Night.
Alert.
Here's Trubisky to throw.
You can't block me.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears have retaken the lead. The point after is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker couldn't make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
Here we go.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up the 3rd down. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option. But as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Got his target, Samuel. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Back to throw. His throw here's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Here we go. 120.
Check. Watch 54. All day, just like that. Just like that.
He's back to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
They'll look to throw. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone. But anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for Chicago, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.